And as you can see here, the caliber of troops they have available to them is quite substantially better than ours. Let's not sort of hide. Let's not put on rose-tinted glasses here. The sort of the raison d'etre here of the Austrians is to continually attack and attack and attack. Let's just slightly pivot the line here. Oh, look at that, absolutely butchered, sir. Whiskers and swords, these are absolutely wonderful, sir. Greetings and welcome to episode 13 of my Empire Total War Darth mod Ottoman Empire campaign, and this, my friends, how I did it last time. And last episode we were left with a conundrum, and that conundrum was left for the council to decide: should we attack Vienna and indeed Hungary as well, because this still is the sort of great bastion here for the Austrians. They really have been a thorn in our side, but as you can see here, they're still loitering about here in Serbia, sort of on the border of Serbia and Hungary itself, because as you can see, they do stretch quite far into each other here, so we've got to be very careful what we're doing here. Now, the council did propose that we actually move against Vienna. Either there's two sort of diverging plans here. The first was we strike against this army here and therefore bring in the rest of the armies as a support for this army and sort of draw them into the open field and fight them on an open field there. That gives us a much better chance of success against these. Or we attack Zagreb and Vienna and Hungary from these forces in Zagreb at the same time. So you basically strike them from different sides at the same time, and therefore not allowing them to reinforce each other. Now that could really be a wonderful idea, because we could bring Hungary under siege and Vienna under siege. But if we put Vienna under siege, it would lock down. If Hungary was under siege while we attack Vienna, it would keep these forces locked in there. They wouldn't be able to support at all. So we do have that conundrum between the sort of the council's decisions of either attacking Vienna and attacking an army outside Vienna and therefore dragging all the forces both in Hungary and Vienna into the open field, or attacking Hungary and locking that down, and then doing the same to Vienna at the same time and locking them both down so they can't support each other. But I think it's crucial because we can see the sort of the problem we might have. If we leave Zagreb here, then what happens is this army here, which is, well, not an army, actually more of a strike force, sort of a unit that can quite happily do a lot of damage to us here, and it's packed here to the rafters with some wonderful Marines, Hungarian Grenadiers, Austrian Hussars, Lancers, garrison guards. So we're looking at elite units here that can simply move in and take Zagreb, and there'll be nothing to stop them. So I think what we will do is we're going to take the council's advice. What I don't want to do, and many of the council, there's a lot of council members sort of detailing their own exploits within with the Ottoman campaign of how they would attack a certain region, then be overwhelmed by another nation coming in behind because there were no defensive forces left behind to defend what they'd already taken. They lost everything they'd gained. We don't want that. So I think what we'll do is we will carry out the plan of the council, striking Hungary and on Austria at the same time and dragging these forces into a fight. But before we do that, I think what we're going to do is we're going to get this force here up to full strength. Because what we will do is we'll attack Vienna and Hungary, but we'll leave this force behind in Zagreb to defend it. So effectively we'll have two elite armies to attack Vienna and Hungary once this army is almost at full strength. As you can see here, our income isn't massive at the moment. I think that's because our trade here is being hit. Yeah, Prussia and Sweden have been hit quite extensively here, as has Savoy, which is a shame, but these two really are sort of big players in our trade and our exports. As you can see, I mean, Sweden is bringing in huge amounts of ivory and spices, and there's Prussia's fight. We've been with Prussia for a long time, and they have taken a real beating here. Up here, as you can see, Sweden's been hit here by the Russians, and the Prussians have been hit. I think that's probably because Poland has hit this here. I think Poland hit the port. So, as you can imagine, we are looking a little bit worse for wear in terms of our trade. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait, and patience is a virtue, my friends. So we're going to wait. I know this could be sort of, many of the council might be chomping at the bit here to say, man, I get on with it, sir, and take them. But we can't lose what we've gained. It's taken so much to get us there, and I think caution here might be best, considering our armies are stretched very, very far, and I know these armies could be built up quite strong here by the Austrians. We might rue the chance here, but I'd rather attack the Austrians knowing that we can defend what we have, instead of attacking with everything and then losing everything behind it, because we don't really have the armies to defend this Belgrade and Sarajevo if Zagreb falls and these two forces are besieging these two cities. Because this army can come in, take Zagreb. There'll be more additional Austrian forces pouring into this region. Then they'll attack Bosnia. Then we'll have to pull this army off the line they're trying to defend. We're effectively finding ourselves all the way back here, then trying to defend. I don't think that would be best for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold what we've got, but build this army up to get it to full strength, and then it will head to Zagreb. This army will then take over garrison duties for Zagreb, and these two armies will then attack Vienna, whatever state they're in. Now another wonderful piece of advice was that we need to sort of cut the income into sort of thirds. We have part of our income goes towards infrastructure and upgrading, part of it goes to the military, and we have whatever we've got left over can be used to sort of tweak upgrades to either the military or the infrastructure as we see fit. So we're going to follow that plan. It's a wonderful plan by Michael. So we're going to follow that plan as well. As you can see, I didn't notice this until I had a quick glance before we started here, but look at that. Kiev is under siege. I believe that is the Crimean Khanate. Imagine if Kiev falls to the Crimean Khanate. That'd be absolutely fantastic, because that means our trade will be boosted significantly then. Although they have taken a little bit of damage here, but as you can see, the Crimean Khanate seems to have found its footing quite substantially here. But if they take Kiev, they will be just a hop, skip and a jump here from Moscow. And as General Ernok also pointed out, Russia is not as strong as it seems. So although we're at war with them, if Kiev is taken, then pretty much they've pushed back to Moscow, and Vilnius as being the nearest towns to us. Look at this spiderweb here of trade. It's a wonder to see. It really is. We really have, our trade really is a joy to see. But what we want to hold on to, we don't want to lose anything. We've got to also improve our infrastructure considerably. Because even now we don't have metal roads in our major cities. I think only, even then, Istanbul doesn't have metal roads. Only now, in the following year, will it get metal roads. That's how far behind we are in infrastructure. And the battle with the Austrians has been an absolute menace to us. It really has. But hopefully, we can do something now about the Austrians. But we're going to wait until we can get this force up to full. That might prove a really dire mistake on my part. But I still want to carry out the council's plan. But when we've got the forces available, this force here isn't really, I don't think, kitted out to try and deal with everything here. If we see the Austrians starting to really replenish here, then we'll probably strike. But this force here is going to be a thorn in our side. We could attack it, but that would then be a delay, and this army would then have to be replenished. There's a lot of if, buts, or maybes here. Now, we've almost got explosive shell, which we definitely want to get because we want to get great arsenal for the 24 pounders. And as was also pointed out, not only is our artillery a great asset to ours, but also the number, the quantity of troops we can field is also the same. We want to get down to here eventually. Look at that, 64 pounders. To get engineering school, that'll be fantastic. Also, we need it, and also it was recommended we actually use and swap trade to try and get some more technologies for ourselves. I'd have to get a steam engine down here, because look what it opens up. Steam engine, steam dry dock, all the mines, steam powers for all these factories. Fantastic. Can we trade at all? Portugal is indifferent. Can we get a trade agreement with Portugal? No. Do they have any technology at all? They've got seasoning. Utilitarianism, not really what we need, but that would be fantastic here. With whom else can we? Spain is of course an ally of ours, recently a new ally of ours. I'll have to get Sextant because that can, you can move down to. Oh, they're not interested at all. Which is fine. Let's end the turn. Let's see what happens. Particularly with Austria. Now, Britain, for some reason, France, Austria. Now see, they're reinforcing that army there. That's what I mean. But they've left a gap there in the defences. Oh. Absolutely soundly thrashed. The Prussians. They've hit that port again, which they're repairing it. Britain is taking a real hammering from the Russians. Sweden, what will Sweden do? Marathons. Persia, which has become everything but an ally of ours. We've got very good terms with the Persians. The Crimean Khanate. I think city from you, Venice. Mexico. Oh, look at that. That means trade must have opened up somewhere. Indeed. So Sweden has reopened its trade port. Look at that. Oh, good grief. Oh, Spain took Portugal. Look at that. Well done, Spain. So that means a stronger Spain is good for us. That means increased... Oh, we don't have any trade with Spain. That's more like it. Ah, excellent. That's good to see that finally in place, but we do need reorganised procurement. Naval board. We don't need naval board just yet. School of Poetry. Everything's firmly under control here. We do need to get up our recruitment here. Oh, look at that. Hand mortar. 2 of these, gentlemen. Oh, Mameluke. Royal Mameluke Guards. I think we'll have 2 of these. We're going to spend some of our money upon our infrastructure as well. Now I know that I think it's Zagreb doesn't even have, look at that, and have cobble roads even. That's an absolute scandal, but I think we'll wait till that till last because of, mind you, we could probably take, mind you, they've reinforced that considerably and here as well. So I think behind this we need to yeah, that's all the cobble roads here. One more turn for this here, so we're getting our infrastructure sort of ebbing and flowing outwards. Infrastructure here is almost ready as well. What if we get military academy here as well? What, like, oh, look at that, Sekban Janissary rifleman. And can we recruit those from here? No, we can't. So I think we'll get, definitely from Ankara, we'll put the military academy to good use, I can assure you, my friends, we really will. And this is going to go here for port security. Oh, actually, no. He's going to have a ship. We're going to ship him over to Sarajevo as the council has recommended. We say there's Sarajevo here and he can join this force here via ship. Oh, gentlemen. That was a disaster. Right, we've got to increase our infrastructure. I wonder if we can... What do we have here in Baghdad? We do need to get metal roads in Baghdad because you can see that's our sort of our furthest redoubt. It does need to have very good road connections here. Actually, it's got with Persia. But I would like to increase that infrastructure here, and also the roads that lead along here, along the Tigris river here to the port here. So I'd like to increase the Baghdad roads here, the infrastructure in Baghdad as well. I think get metal roads here because this really is sort of a standalone, almost cut off from the rest of the empire because of its proximity here and its positioning within this region here. We also need to get these running up and running as well, infrastructure wise, almost here, but also in Jerusalem as well. We've got to push this infrastructure project we've sort of unleashed. Transylvania, again we need to get metal roads here as well, but if we can just... Did that fall? No, it didn't fall afterwards. Ah, it's a shame. If they'd have been able to take that, that would have been a real coup de main, and it would have pushed them further away from us. We've got the Sweden here as well. Now we do have trade with Poland. We're on very, very friendly terms with Poland, which is good to see. So it looks like our trade with Poland is coming up to here and then going into Poland itself, which is excellent to see. It really is. I'd love to get this here. We will get it. We will get it. Right. Again, let's end the turn. 10,000 coming in next turn. As long as everything stays as it is, let's end the turn and see what happens. We've also got additional forces being, additional units, ships being built to move to the trade lines as well. Well done, Britain. Well done, sir. Britain keeping that fight with Russia alive, and that's exactly what we need. Come on, don't break these straight lines here. They're going to reinforce. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. They can't move against it. They're going to try and hit. I don't believe it. They're going to try and hit that there. Well, that's a crafty move, if ever I saw it. Oh, come on now. Oh, Britain's taking a real pasting here from Spain. Oh. And why not? Why not? I know they got military access, but that's absolutely fine. We don't mind. We're allies with them. But that was crafty there by Austria to move against us there. They landed a fleet there, but that means we can deal with that army once and for all. Oh, come on, sir. We've lost our trade line here. Come on now, Sweden. Oh, well done, 13 colonies. Well done, sir. We're going to hand over. We're continually attacking that farm there. Oh, look at that. Crimean Khanate is doing a wonderful job of keeping the Russians tied down. Mexico. Ah. But why, sir, have you landed here? Look at that army. That is a splendid army here, but we're not going to allow them any room here to breathe. If they want to fight, then they'll bite. Damn, they'll get it.
Efendim, sola marş. Marş. Hazırım ve emirlerinizi bekliyorum. Efendim, emirleriniz. Efendim.
We've got to do this. We've got to support them.
Marş. Tedarik arayın. Evet lordum.
Excellent. Oh, excellent research point. Now look at that. The sudden explosion here. 876. Oh, look at that. 936. Not too bad. Let's upgrade that. What'll that give us? Plus 450. +600 at regional wealth. Excellent to see. By damn, that's a... If they blockade this port, we are in a lot of trouble. Look at that, 2,500 commercial port. We can upgrade this port here, which I think we actually will do. And what we'll do is we'll move this
Marş. Çok fazla şey istiyorsunuz. Yelken açın. Gemi emirleriniz.
just so it sort of blocks them able to come into here. That gives that, just in case they move this fleet down in here. I've got a feeling they're going to do that. Now, what are the port? This port here. I think we're going to invest in our economy here. Let's get this commercial port up and running here. So we've got the two main ports here in Ankara and Istanbul, sort of running at full steam. We've got 1778. Again, we're going to invest in our... Go there, we can't do anything here. What about in Greece? Oh, look at that. Gotta keep those troops coming in all the time. Well, I'll be damned. Get that port up and running eventually. That would be very nice to see. And there's, oh, look at that. We shall have a port here, sir, as well, trading port. I might even link into here. Ah, +1. Oh, excellent. Wow, there's so... Oh, look at that new town here. We could even get a craft workshop here, +400. So we'll definitely invest in those next turn. We've got to see what's going to happen here. I've got a feeling we're going to be hit here by this army. That's a powerful army, but they've got no fire support.
Hazırım. Efendim, emirleriniz? Bunu yapamam efendim.
This could probably hold actually against whatever the Austrians have got here. We need to deal with, once we've dealt with this army here, we can then free up these forces to push against them. We'll go for Vienna, but if we can just deal with this force here, let's end the turn and see what happens here. Unless they go for Zagreb, in which case they've completely sidestepped us. Oh, well done, France. Well done, sir. Oh. Now, where is France going? Are they going to attack the Netherlands? Don't know they're going for Britain. Well, I'll be damned. They're putting another force together here. What? Oh. This, oh gosh, this isn't, oh goodness me, this is not going to end well, is it? They've completely sidestepped us here. And they've thrown in this force. We should have left that force where it was. We didn't know. So we've got to do as much damage as we possibly can here and then come back into Zagreb with the other army we've just moved down here and either retake it or give these a damn good thrashing here. But they have drained their forces away from here. We've got to do as much damage as we possibly can here and try and hold on as best we can. We don't even have any riskers of souls here. Oh, good. Oh my goodness me, they're bringing all these in as well. Dragoons, everything. We are severely, well, actually not outnumbered, but they've got, the quality here is vastly superior to ours. Right, let's take this fight. We're not going to give in Zagreb without a fight. If we lose Zagreb, we'll be going straight back for it. We shall not yield, sir. We shall not yield. battle this will be, because I remember our army is not of the finest. Now let's have a look at the battlefield here, the layout of the battle. Oh, you are... what? If we could have gotten up on here... oh, if we could just... oh, we've got our army up on here, all our army up on here. Oh, what a fight that would be. We could effectively just move back here. What other topography have we got here of this battlefield? We do have a lot of forces, I must be fair, and a lot of cannon at our disposal. But if we had been over this side here, it would have effectively funneled all of their forces in one direction. It would have covered us. Our flanks would have been covered. And they'd have had to come up this way. You imagine the fight that would have been. But again, we would have been effectively cornering ourselves. But still, we could move back here though. I think as we're on the defensive, we've got to wonder where the reinforcements are coming in from, which angles. So I don't want to really get bogged down in... I know we can move the force up here, and we could probably put quite a lot of forces up here ready to move along the village. But I want to try and keep the forces coherent and as together as possible, because we're going on a fully defensive position here. Right, that's our cavalry units here, the Deadly Horsemen. Let's just put them here for the moment. Now, where do we hold? I think we'll actually we'll hold this higher ground here. So for that in mind, I think what we'll do, we'll use this to protect our flank, if that makes sense. So what we'll do is we'll put this on our sort of right flank to protect us. So they've got to come around the cliff here, or come down here, so it breaks up their forward momentum. Now let's put our here. Let's do this by the number, and we'll also have our mortars here as well. What we'll do, I think, is we'll put our mortar here. Oh, look at the depth of this mortar. What a wonder. We're going fully on the defensive, remember. General, behind here. We've got Bashi bazooks now. Can we put them in here to attack them as they move in? I think we're going to have to really sort of do our best to try and disrupt their lines. Mind you, we don't want to lose too many of these troops just without putting proper thought into the defence. Because these are still... look at that. We'll have the 13th Order as the vanguard of our defence here. Where's the demarcation line? It's back here. That's absolutely fine. But this slope will also hinder us because we can't put... we can put another regiment up here. But ideally, we're going to have to really be on our guard here. We'd have the 12th Order here. These troops are going to be pushed to the limit. 10th Order, again on the left. We have the 26th up here. But again, if we can move this unit might not be needed up here, but again, we've got to protect ourselves. We don't know which direction the rest of the reinforcements are coming in from either. 11th Order. Again, we'll cut this road. I wouldn't mind to put the Bashi bazooks in here. So they're sort of hidden here. put these water Muslims here. And again, we need to catch them we need to surprise them here. We have to use every resource at our disposal. We do need reserves, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the 14th, and we'll put the 8th as well in reserve, just until we can see what's going on. We've also got the gentlemen here, the Order Azars. Now they are light infantry, but still, again, we're going to protect this flank as best we can here. We'll just put them here, hidden in the sort of this forest here, this outcrop. Look at that. Got the 9th as well, which we'd like to keep in reserve if possible. So I'll put the 9th down in here. But gentlemen, actually I wonder if I can put the 9th here. We've got the Delhi horsemen here. Now we do need to keep these on this flank, just in case we get attacked from on a flank here, because we don't know where the rest of the reinforcements are going to come from, which angles, which flanks are going to come from. We have to be prepared to meet anything here. I think we've got everybody tucked away here behind this defensive line. We've got some very powerful enemies coming up for us here. This is not going to be easy at all. But let's take this fight, my friends. Let's take this fight. The Battle of Zagreb, there it is. There it is there, look at that, right behind us. Oh my goodness me, look at the reinforcements coming in here, sir. Don't tell me you're just walking. Don't tell me you're walking, sir. They're taking a pasting here. Look at all this cavalry coming down this flank here, sir. Let's get in there. Didn't see that coming, did you, sir? good grief, they've just broken. They've broken as well, my goodness me, they've absolutely shattered us here. Oh, they've just steamrolled this flank. Oh, I mean, they've just absolutely butchered us here, my goodness me. No, we've got no chance against this force. I mean, look at this, they've just steamrolled everything here. Gone. Just completely disintegrated. Completely disintegrated here without even almost a shot being fired here. That's why we've got to just make our armies much, much better. Oh, they've gone. They've completely and utterly folded here. They've still held though, these gentlemen here.
Baş üstüne. Düşmana hücum.
God, look at that. That's been an absolute rout. Still hold on here, they haven't given up. What I mean, the Austrians have taught us a lesson here. We cannot field those type of armies against the Austrians, it's impossible. We simply cannot field that type of force against the Austrians. They'll destroy us every time. Swiss Grenadiers. No chance against this force, especially when they come at you from different flanks. I mean, look at this, they've even got more forces coming in here. Oh, the quality just, it was too much. Firing, let's keep fighting. My goodness me. But we've done some damage to them, that's crucial. That will give our armies time to move in against these here. Marines have been a brute. We have done some damage to them. That's the most important thing. We've done damage to this army, which means it won't be in the best of keep fighting. That's it. Well done. Hold on. Look at this. These brave regiments here have held on wonderfully. Imagine look what they're sending in their stead. My goodness me, Marines by the dozen. They held on. They did a lot of damage here. They still got some very good forces here, but they're not. Oh, it's close defeat. That's a disaster. It really is. Now we've lost it. Drats. We can't let them get a foothold here in this region at all. Russia. Oh, well done, Sweden. Well done. Persia. Well, I'll be. Look at the Crimean Khanate. They are doing fantastically well here against the Russians. Oh, they're gone against for Morocco. That is a big loss there, a real big loss. And look what they've got here as well. They've brought in everything at their disposal here. Imagine they took a bit of a hammering here. Damadali here has gone. Right, we need to reinforce. We've lost Zagreb, but we cannot lose Sarajevo. We're going to have to make a stand at Sarajevo here. This army's going to fall back here. This army's going to here. We're not. This is our line now. We're not going to be moved from here at all. Because Austria are quite clearly moving here towards positioning themselves here. We're not going to yield at all to them.
komutanım. Hazırlanın. Marş. Yelken açın. Gemiye neleriniz? Yelken açın. Katılıyorum.
At the council's request as well. Nope.
Yelken açın. Hazırlanın.
We can't lose these troops here.
Başüstüne efendim. Yelken açın. Kilo hazır. Yelken aç.
We're going to send these troops up to here
Yelken açın.
to join this force here. I'll be damned if we lose this. We simply will not. Craft workshop here. And they've put, look at that Rika Rijeka here. They've already started to build a local fishery here. We've lost that. We were not going to lose any more ground. Let's double up on our recruitment here. We're going to get some melee infantry as well to go hand to hand with them. What about here? 3 more turns. Infrastructure is good here. Infrastructure is done here. The Mughals have gone. The Marathons have absolutely taken everything here. Wow. Ah, excellent. I think we'll make Alexandria a commercial port. And definitely here, Beirut. 1176. Hand mortars. One more turn, my friends, and we're gonna end this episode here. But by damn, that's been a tough episode.
Marş. Evet.
We have to hit back against Austria. We are going to hit back against Austria. Mark my words. Sent packing. Russia's taking a real beating there. Well, I'll be. Right, that's more like it. Now we know what we're up against. Now we know what we're up against. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Russia. Well, Marathons are absolutely rampant here, but it's good because we want the Marathons, because that means we will have... oh, look at that, they're hitting Russia so hard here. Morocco has fallen to the Venetians. Mexico. We need to keep our trade coming in as well. 7538. Why is that? Ah, Sweden again has been hit, but also Prussia has been hit still. Savoy's been United Province has been hit as well. That's why. Excellent. 2 points for the research. Somalia. Right.
Video hazır. Hazırlanın. Gemi emirleriniz kaptanım.
İleri marş.
Oh, gentlemen.
Hazırlanın. Marş. Marş.
Look at that. The general.
Yordum.
Now we're putting together some excellent forces. We do need cannon. We also need to get our infrastructure up and running here behind this. But I think we do need these infrastructure here. Tax income is nearly 10,000. I think it's important that we do have. We'll invest in Damascus here because that'll give us increased tax income. We do need to get these troops and guns to the front line. Oh, for goodness sake. Man, get a grip of yourself, man. Get a grip of yourself.
Çok fazla şey istiyorsunuz.
Yelken açın. Gemi emirleriniz. Denize açılın. Gemi emirleriniz kaptanım. Yelken aç.
İleri marş.
Yelken açın. Gemi emirleriniz.
Marş.
Oh, that's more like it. Look at this. This is a powerful force now. By damn, we're not going to be stood by now and wait the offer of the Austrians to attack us. Not a chance. We're going to move against the Austrians.
Efendim. Efendim, emirleriniz.
We're going to move against them hard. Got 4,109 left. With whom can we upgrade? We can upgrade in here already. We can get here. That will give us 4th rate. But I'd rather put that into infrastructure. I think we have. Yeah, I thought I have metal roads here for Cairo. We can invest some more. Oh, look at that. Sekban riflemen. We're definitely having these gentlemen here. 1 of 6. Oh, we'll have some riflemen here from Ankara. They shall also be sent forth. We're not going to yield. We shall not yield here.
Evet efendim.
If they want to fight, then by damn they'll have it.
Sola marş. Efendim, emirleriniz.
We're going to go straight for Zagreb. Oh, look at that force. My goodness me, that's a brutal force.
Hazırlanın. Yordum.
We've got hand bollocks here. If they get close enough, they're going to do massive damage. But my friends, we're going to end this episode here. And my goodness me, what an episode it's been. We've been pushed back now from Zagreb. So they've lost Zagreb. But we're sort of trying to build up our sort of empire behind this front line here. We hold the line of Sarajevo, Belgrade, Klausenberg. We hold this line here. We're trying to build up our empire behind it, bit by bit. Wait, commercial port. Oh, what the blazes? I think a commercial port from here would be far greater beneficiary to us. Actually, I wonder if we can get any more trade than anyone else. But oof, that's well, that's fine. If they're unfriendly with us, then so be it. Syria's ready here. Oh, Barbary states have come back. That's why we're protectorate of them. Morocco have been destroyed. Wow. So I think what we are going to do is we're going to immediately cancel an alliance with them. Oh, no. Yeah, cancel alliance. No, we don't want to ally with you. Right, that's more like it. Now we've done that. Whew. We don't want to be allied with them because it drags down our it drags down diplomatic our diplomacy very, very badly here. We can't take that diplomatic hit there at all. We've got to stay friendly with everybody here. So we're not protectors of them anymore. That's absolutely fine. You take them if you need them. There, Venice. It's all yours. We could do with Patras, really, to be honest with you. If we could take Patras, that would be fantastic. But we've got to focus on what's in front of us here, which is Austria. We do have ourselves two very powerful armies here. I think what we'll do is we'll put the Delhi Horsemen in here as well. So they're at full strength. And we might just head straight for Zagreb and deal with these armies once and for all. By damn, they got a lot here. The quality of these units is staggering. But they have taken losses. They're not at full strength. Ours are. That means we could continue to pour forces into this region here. There's no recruitment here. Just the hand bullocks here. And 2 riflemen here as well. We're going to start building more units, but it's a balancing act we've got here between the sort of economic and the military that's really hampering us here, because our infrastructure has been so poor. We're playing catch up. Now, what's our research like here? Condensed marshal we don't need in Mosul. I think we'll get selective breeding, I think. No, wait. This new model bayonet drill. Plus 2 charge bonus, but also it'll move us down to here, which will give us an army viserate, and that's going to give us the Nizam. Which is definitely what we're after. Oh, and a Sepias as well. Can we hold on long enough here to do so? I think we can, my friends, but I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it, my friends. I know for one that I know I've enjoyed it immensely here. Our trade has fallen significantly, but that's because of factors outside of our control, i.e. our allies and our trading partners becoming embroiled in their own wars, and it's pretty much destroyed the trade coming in here, particularly here from the Dutch, who have been assailed and assaulted here by the French. And they've sent in an army as well, which doesn't bode well, to be honest with you. But, oof, they got the other Marines, though. But we're going to end this episode here, my friends. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, as always, please keep your comments coming down. Please keep your plans and your tactics coming down. I know things haven't unfolded as we wanted, but the Austrians are just too strong here in Zagreb. We had no chance against them at all. And they've also got an army in here as well, which I'm not particularly happy about at all. Again, that does not bode well at all. Imagine if we could sink that ship there. Oh, they got it protected. That's a shame. If we could sink that army, what a blow that would be to them. But that army's quite clearly geared up towards something and somewhere. And we don't have any backup here for Istanbul at all. So if they attacked Istanbul, it would effectively fall. That's why I'm thinking of possibly moving this army back to defend away from the Persian border. Which I think what we'll do actually, we'll move them back to Istanbul. We need something in Istanbul to defend it. Thankfully we've got metal roads here as well. So we're going to pull these army back to defend Istanbul. In case they move against us here, we've got to take the fight to them. By damn, we have to. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. And please, as always, please keep your comments coming down below. And thank you all for your wonderful advice, your tactics, your strategies. Keep that advice coming down because things have always altered and they've changed once again here. So I need the council's advice on what we should do. But whatever you do, my friends, please be safe. Thank you for your wonderful support. But until next time, bye for now.